What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Camper Daniel, aka Big D. And today we have a package we're about to unbox and do a review on. So let's go ahead and unbox this thing. Alright, so right off the bat, this guy is worth like, I think $150 to $200. I paid $55 on this on eBay. But that's just because I bought a used version of it, so it's not brand new, but it's still like new. And if you see right there, this box was reviewed and sealed and ensured that the content, compliance with the manager, blah blah blah. So it's used, but it's like new, and it was tested and working. So as long as it works, saves me money. But it is a Boss Audio BV969 5B 320 watt DVD, MP3, CD, FM radio, and so on receiver. So lately I've been messing around with like cheap Chinese brands. Like, you know, I have one right now currently in my car for like, I think I only paid $8 for this sucker, which surprisingly blowed my mind for how well it performs. I even bought like a $15 touchscreen Chinese version. So this would probably be, I know this is still like cheap, but this would probably be my first name brand that I'm putting in the car. And I actually have a Boss 2400 watt subwoofer. So it's nice to just throw another Boss with a Boss. Because we're boss. Okay, I'll stop. But what really sold this on me, and I know I'm old school, but it has a CD player built into it, along with Bluetooth touchscreen and DVD player. So that's what really sold me on this. And it didn't really break me either. So we have multicolors, 320 watt, USB charging, camera input, so we can even hook up a rear camera to it. Push to talk. It has a mic on it as well, so you can talk hands-free. Touchscreen, audio streaming, MP3 compatible. Obviously Bluetooth, micro SD. Comes with a remote. So yeah, let's open it up. This box seen better days. Alright. Okay, so it has the remote. Has the wiring and the mounts. We have a full manual here. So if we have anything we want to learn about this, it's all in here. And it shows you how, you know, what goes into what. So that helps. And we have the unit here. So it's heavy, but not too heavy. Still kind of feels, you know, cheap, but hey, at least it's not a Chinese brand. Not saying there's nothing wrong with Chinese brands. It's just, you know, it's different. So right off the bat, this sucker looks pretty clean for it being used. It looks pretty clean. So it's 80 watt by 4 channels. Boss Audio. And obviously that's the model. This model has mixed like opinions. Like some are good reviews, some are bad reviews about this. So this is going to be my review on what I think about this unit. So we have buttons on the side. I'm sorry about the camera. It's having trouble focusing. There we go. So aux cable, USB, micro SD up there, volume, the volume knob feels pretty nice, skip button, eject button, and sensor up there for the remote. I'm assuming the remote would be for someone that wants to control it in the back seat. And there we are. So let's go ahead and hook this guy up and see what we got. And this is the back of it. A little 10 amp fuse. Alright, so we're going to be putting it in the Saturn Ion 2007. It's pretty hot in here. It's like 90 degrees out right now, so it's pretty hot in this car right now. Just got like new back seat cover, new seat covers, carpet. So got this car kind of decked out. But just to show you guys, this is what I have in here. This is what I paid for like $5 to $8 on eBay. It's a Chinese brand, but surprisingly it does pretty good for the price I paid. Like, you really can't complain. And as you can see, like I said, I'm old school. I like playing CDs, so I have one of them portable CD players. I have my old iPod Nano. You remember those. But I want something different for a change, so I'm going to take this guy out and put this bad boy in there. So like I said, we got the mounts. Head unit includes push to talk. All the wiring, and like I said, it's used, so all the wires are already out. Remote actually looks pretty nice, I ain't gonna lie. So what we gotta do is pull off the cover on this car. That comes off, and then this piece should just come right off. It's really easy to do, it's really not hard. Keep that on the side, pull this apart. Oh, that should be somewhere to grab. Yep, just like that. That part comes off. And right here is how you get to the unit. Unscrew these 4 screws here. Make sure you go ahead and get your kit. So you can buy these at like Walmart. So mine's a General Motor car, so I just went and got the General Motor dash kit. So this is what we're gonna need for the touchscreen. So we'll be taking this one out and using this one for the touchscreen. Just to show you, right here's the old one that I have. And we'll go ahead and disconnect all the wires and the RC cable. So just make sure you take all these wires, unwire them. And if you do it with the battery plugged in, make sure the red and the black don't touch each other or they will arc. So just be careful when wiring. I prefer you guys doing it with the battery off, so unplug the battery. But I'm kind of a professional at this, so do it at your own risk for sure. And this wire's, there you go. The wire was really on there. We got a couple more wires here. Alright, so this is all the wires from this receiver here. So we'll just go ahead and unplug the rest of these. And right here is my main wires and my wiring harness. So my wiring harness and all that. Make sure that red and black don't touch. Take this and separate them. This wire here goes to my amp in the back. Alright, so now we just unscrew the sides. Or we can just leave it in this, it don't matter, because I have another one for this to work, so yeah. Alright, so you go ahead and plug in back of that. And it looks like this guy has already some like electrical tape on it and some don't. That's for your backup camera. But it looks like he's got most of the wires exposed for me to wire them up. So right here is the specs of this. It's a 6.95 inch, so it's almost a 7-inch screen. FM radio, A-Link screen mirroring, push to talk, front USB and micro SD, aux input, AV input, video output, rear and front video camera, front, rear, and subwoofer preamp outputs. Max is 4 by 80 watts and steering wheel control. And this is the pixels. It's 800 by 480, 64 gigs, 12 volt, weighs 3.46 pounds. So yeah. So we'll go ahead and hook up the mounts, adjust it where you need it to be. Whoop. Alright, so got the side mounts in. You really have to screw them in there hard, so just be aware of that. Okay, so the way I'm thinking this is, I guess if you don't have a dash kit, I guess you could use these mounts that it came with, and you can just hook it up that way, putting your own stuff on there like that, blah blah blah. But I ain't really gonna need this, and I realize I'm not gonna need these side mounts either, because I already have a dash kit that would mount this all on. So I guess if you don't have the kit, it comes with its own kit, so you can do it yourself day one. So I mean, that's cool. So I don't have it hooked up, but just to say, if I would do it this way, this was what it would look like in my... So I don't like them open spaces. There's too much open space. So I'm just going to use what came with my dash kit. Alright, wiring everything up. Cover that red cable so it's not touching anything. It ain't touching the black, and it ain't arcing. Alright guys, so I'm done wiring. So this is what I got it looking like. So yeah, we'll go ahead and mount it into the dash. Alright, getting the screws in now. And there we have it. The Boss Audio receiver is installed. Everything's hooked up right. And see how nice it looks with the dash kit that I have. No gaps in between. So it looks pretty nice. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Ooh, that was nice. It's got like a boot up screen. That was nice. Alright, so it wants us to watch a video while driving, blah blah blah. Okay, we know that. Watching a video while driving is... So this right here is the main menu. I tried to hook up the FM radio, the antenna, but my antenna wouldn't fit in the hole, but it's whatever. I don't really... I usually mess with Spotify or CDs. So just to show you, we have USB, SD, camera, AV input, phone, disc, streaming, tuner. Touchscreen feels nice too. Aux in, settings. Let's see what the settings are. I could set my wallpaper. Retain ACC power. System tone. We can have a system tone if we want. Just turn it up. So it goes all the way up to 40. These are the different wallpapers. Ooh, I like that one. That's nice. That's nice. I think I'm going to go with that. That looks nice. Clock, I need to set the clock up. I'll do that later. Audio, so we can adjust disk level, USB level, startup level. It's actually nice. Startup volume, I'd keep it on 10. Internal amp. Okay. Tuner, so this is the radio. Controls, control collars. Okay. This is the collars of this, so we have lights here. So we can turn it on or off. Brightness, it's all the way up. Yeah, I mean, that looks kind of nice like that. We'll go ahead and calibrate the screen. I can get it to... Not doing it now. So I started the car so I don't kill my battery. But this is my background now. Alright, so let's make sure I'm getting any audio. Let's make sure here. So you can mute it by pushing the button. I wonder if it has any presets. Yep, it has equalizers on it. So I can adjust it how I want it. Or you got some presets on here. So that's nice. Loud mode. Just to try out the CD and DVD, I'm going to try out my Saint Anger album. I have a DVD in there. Well, DVD and audio. So, try that out. So just to show you what I'm using. Like I said, I have a 12-inch Boss Audio 2300 watt. And then I have a Crunch 1000 amp. Right, well, so we'll see. Is there anything in there? Okay, nothing's in there. It's loading it up. That took it pretty quick. So this is what it looks like on the disk menu. You can skip it that way, or you can skip it with the buttons. So I had to pull everything out. Make sure you have the subwoofer and the sub out as well. Which my subwoofer is playing, listen. So it's playing. My sub's playing, but my car speakers ain't playing. So I think I'm rechecking the wires to see what's going on. So I want to mention, if you want to bypass the DVD feature for this player, you have to connect this light green wire to the ground wire, or it won't let you. If you don't connect that, it'll give you like a warning symbol telling you to put the car in park before you watch the video, and it won't let you watch the video until you put the car in park. So if you want to bypass it, just connect the light green wire to the black, and now you have video. So yeah, guys, again, it is currently the next day, and I'm giving my honest review about this unit. It's very frustrating. So it's blew 2 fuses on me already. I don't know what's going on, why it's doing it. I have everything hooked up right. It's a mess now. I was rewiring everything, but I had everything hooked up right. And it blew 2 fuses. 2 of them. It's like it gets overheated and something happens, and it started smoking and it pop, blew the amp. Blew that little fuse right there. Tried it again. This time it only lasted for like a few seconds, then pop. Did it again. So I don't know what's going on. I did some reviews on this, and apparently this unit has some bad reviews. It's like a manufacturer problems with this unit. I've heard some people saying you have to manually connect your Bluetooth every time you start the car. It does have signs of it overheating, which I think that's what's going on in my case, because the room I have, like, yeah. And it's a pretty big unit, so there's not much room for it. So that could be the case. It probably overheated. I mean, overall, I like the design of it, but if you can't do nothing working, like if you can't get nothing working for it, like for instance, I was having trouble with trying to get sound through my speakers. Like, I shouldn't be having all this trouble trying to get sound through my speakers, and now the unit just won't work. So, honest review, I mean, if you see this guy, I mean, some people get lucky with it, I've seen, some don't. So it's like a 50-50 with this thing. I'm going to see about trying to return, get my money back, but as far as I'm aware, my DVD's stuck in there, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get that out without voiding the warranty. So, yeah. So that's probably why you see this guy on sale. And I got it on sale. It's because it has a lot of manufacturing problems. So, can't do a review on it because it won't work. So my honest review is I would just stay away from it overall. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm out this thing. Peace. So honestly, I'm just gonna install my old one back in. Honestly, this $8, $10 unit I have right here, Chinese, does better than this. I mean, I really was liking the features this offered, but that's if it works. So, installing this one back in, I'm sure this one will work. Show you my speakers do work. I plug in my old unit. I'm getting sound, as you can see. And just to show you, it's working with my old unit. Alright, so I got the car nice and pimped out. We got new seat covers, carpet, lights going through the car, new stereo. Well, whenever I hook it up. Yeah, it's looking nice. So got the car nice and pimped out, new carpet, new seat covers. Got lights running through the car all the way. New stereo I'm about to install. Yeah, it's looking good.